I'm Spencer.
I'm Eric.
Itch.
This is the Itch. And welcome to our Itch podcast, where we each bring a topic and talk about it for 15 minutes. It's always gaming related. We upload the podcast every Friday. On YouTube. iTunes.
Chocolate drink.
And your RSS feed. So make sure to check us out there.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, what are you playing?
What are you selling?
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Resident Evil 4?
Drugs.
Resident Evil, I never
You
played
guys
that
don't
one.
know it? You never played either.
No, I never played Resident Evil 4.
Get out of here, peons.
I heard it was
Okay.
the worst of the Resident Evil.
Get out of here. So anyway, so I was playing Bloodborne, a little bit of Bloodborne with the good old buddy, Dat Cloud 7 Heaven. His human name is Troy.
Human.
We're doing a no leveling run, just having fun with it and whatnot. It's fucking annoying. And then obviously I'm playing Final Fantasy and a little bit of Dungeon Siege. Still trying to fucking beat that game.
It's unbeatable.
It's unbeatable. These 40 hours, I just can't do it.
Nerd.
Mine is that. Eric, what do you play?
I've been playing Brain Dots still.
Oh yeah, we're waiting for our review on Brain Dots.
I've been working on Brain Dots. I've been working on World of Warcraft.
Working
Got
on these hoes.
back into it again. That was no. I've been playing World of Warcraft. There are none of those.
Right. I don't have a review on these hoes yet.
And then also, I've been playing a new game called Skyforge. It's in open beta right now.
Okay.
What about you, Spencer?
I just finished SMT. I'm not going to go into how long that name is, so SMT.
Super Magic Tech.
Shin Megami Tensei. Yada,
Superman tits.
Yada. You can try to figure out what I was doing. Yeah. Superman. Is that Superman tits or Superman tits?
Superman tits.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh. You just threw that shit out like the Midnight Society.
So I finally finished that game. Always playing League of Legends. You know I'm always playing League of Legends. And a little Agario.
You guys got a movie coming out without you guys, don't you?
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be so...
Rated R.
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it rated?
Fuck you! Fuck you! That's the only thing I can remember.
Alright, so yeah, not a whole lot of games. Hopefully I'll be playing some more
Who the
exciting
fuck your mom?
It'll fuck your mom! So anyway.
Everyone's mom's just being fucked. What a great day to be alive. What a great day to be a mom. Alright, so Justin, what's your topic?
What's my time? Yo, you got a timer ready?
Yep.
You got the timer?
Yep.
Oh, look at this guy.
He's got a...
I'm pulling it up right
We don't
now.
call him the producer. We don't call him the producer for nothing.
We don't call him the deucer for nothing because
As
he's
of
always shitting on these hoes.
As of this week, yeah.
What?
Caducer, like deucing is shitting in the vernacular.
Oh.
That's why I call you
That's-
Deucer Eric all the time because you're the shit.
I
said that like 7 times to you. Like when we first started this, you just like nod and agree.
I thought it was just producer. I didn't know it was anything about shitting.
Deuce.
By the way, did you hear my sound check file?
What?
The story that I told?
No.
Ah.
This
Is that what you sent
This is
me?
about poop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
When I was doing the audio test for these.
Yeah.
Like usually I get this shit. I'm at school. So anyway, all right.
Bam.
So all right. So let me lay the groundwork for you fellas. All right.
All right, babe, remember you have 15 minutes.
Hey, it's fine. Let me tell you a tale. Okay. All right. So one day you walk into Starbucks, your local brewery, or wherever, and you happen upon a critic who proclaims out loud, not even around you, "Video games are not art." Dare you say, in your confusion, "What?" Barely able to make the words out. So you track this individual down. You come up to him, go, "Hey there, sir."
I'll fucking kill you!
Sir or madam with a beard.
Wait, wasn't it Roger Ebert?
God, spoiler alert! Roger Ebert is standing there going, "And games are not real." And
He wags his finger, the classic finger wag.
essentially what happens is you go, "Yeah, they are." And he goes, "Name one, sir." QuickTime event activates.
Yeah.
Press A, B, or whatever the fuck other buttons
You just activated my trap card.
Pull that shit out, drop it face down, whatever. So anyway, you get accosted by his verbiage.
This story is violent.
and you're like, what do I say? So then, my question to you, gents, is what game exemplifies gaming? Doesn't have to be the best game in the world. But what game is so gamey and artsy that you could respond right then and there and shoot back at him. Here's the thing. He knows you're going to say Mario. So you can't say Mario.
Uh-oh.
Or he thinks he
Can
knows
we
you're
also
gonna say
not say Last of Us?
Mario. Okay.
Last of Us is out.
Okay.
Want me to go?
Majora's Mask is out. And Ocarina of Time. Because you were going to say that, weren't you?
No.
Okay. Those are out too. Because those
But
are obvious picks.
I am glad that you decided to rule out the two things you thought I would pick. How about I rule out what I think you're going to pick?
What?
Sonic! Sega guitar! No, I will go with a weird one because the argument was that video games can't be art because a player has too much decision over the course of the action.
That was Roger Ebert's
Yes.
stance.
So, I take it as video games should be art because... And everything's... So, books are art because you can read them.
And they fill you in on the fantasy.
Movies are art because you watch them and listen to them. Music is art because you listen to it. What do video games bring to the table for art? And that is player choice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, ironically...
But it's... I'm
Ironically, I think the player being able to make moves and doing stuff is what makes it art. So, how do I put that in the broad spectrum? Here's my game, DayZ.
Really?
And you guys played DayZ
Yeah.
before?
I
I
played
played DayZ.
So
very little.
DayZ, for the uninitiated, is a game that was originally, it was a mod for Arma 2, and it put everybody in the middle, in this little world, like a Russia kind of area, and all you had was a can of beans and a pistol with like 8 bullets in it. And you just have to do what you're gonna do. So the game doesn't tell you what to do. The game doesn't tell you how to play. It lets you and everyone around you decide how it goes.
Yeah.
What happened? The game has a bunch of zombies in it. Everybody started killing the zombies, like, let's fend together. The game morphed into a completely different game where everyone decided to just kill each other for their beans. And obviously other items that you could get later on throughout the game.
Pork?
Pork?
You got to get your own
Maybe some
Carl.
pork and
You
beans.
got to find your own Michonne. You got to get your own Daryl.
Yeah.
Your own
So-
crossbow.
So in this game, we learn about the human condition. We learn that humans, when faced with a live or die kind of scenario, have to make choices. And as a group of people, we kind of all made the conscious choice to hate each other and to kill each other over it. Which, if that's not art, I mean, it really that's what art is: life, the human condition, themes that you have to go through, what everybody else does that you might not have any control over. And that just morphed into that community. And I thought that, as silly as it is, it's very beautiful.
What's
that
That a game
movie?
could kind of create that.
What's that
situation.
Greek movie called? Or that Roman movie?
What?
It's very popular, but it's also very gory.
I don't
Roman?
It's a classic.
Gladiator?
No.
Spartacus?
No. Further back.
Tarzan?
What?
Can we skip?
Yeah.
Skip it.
Skip.
All right, so that's my game. If you agree, you're also as smart as I am. So, Eric, what's your choice?
So to build off what you were talking about, I think that how you were talking about movies are visually engaging.
And paintings are also visually engaging.
Paintings as well. Music is audibly engaging. Books are you're reading
Visual, but reading. In the mind, I guess.
Yeah. All of it's attached to the mind. But
Kadoosh. Okay.
I'll be over there. When you need me.
anyway, and then you have video games, which pulls from all those different things. You have the music composition that's in a game. You have the visual. You have the storytelling. You have all of those in a video game, and then you introduce the player choice of how it's going to play out. Because I can guarantee you that every player that's picked up a game has a different experience they had different emotions that were elicited from the content.
Sure.
And that's kind of goes back to my definition of art, is it has to elicit a response from the viewer. And for me, it could be art to me, and it sounds hoity-toity, but if I looked at a piece of shit on the sidewalk, and I then it then made me feel better about my life, that I'm not a piece of shit on the sidewalk.
Yeah, Jesus
It-
face in there or something.
Yeah, it gave me that feeling of something bigger. And that's a very dumbed down version, and yeah, you'll hear all the hoity-toity. That's why you see art galleries and people just walking through and sipping wine and just looking at these paintings. That's what that's about.
It's a square.
Yeah.
I would never go sit and do that, but that's I'm not going to knock anyone who does, because they're getting what they want out of life out of it. So when it comes to video games, there are tons of video games that I could put on this list. Along your lines of what you're talking about, World of Warcraft had an event where they got swine flu. They gave all the pigs in the game swine flu. So when you killed them, you got a debuff. And if you were around other players, it would spread to them. So the player base decided to put them in like camps. Anyone who was infected with swine flu got pushed out of the cities.
Wow.
And put into like a little camp. They did it with bird flu and all that stuff. And it's just like it's interesting because they were basically testing to see how the masses would react to these global situations, these real life situations. But as far as art, a specific video game that I would probably drop for artistic value, I had one, and as I began talking, I dropped it. But I am going to say the Final Fantasy VII is probably going to be my one that I put for art-wise. It was one of the original ones that fully told a story, that cinematically showed it. The music in it was fantastic. And mind you, I didn't play the whole game. I watched Let's Plays of it, and I watched other people play it when I was growing up. So to me, I was watching the content happen, but I didn't know what was going to happen next because my friends were the ones with the controllers, not me.
Yeah.
So it was more of a movie for me at that point. But I will say Final Fantasy VII hit all those points for me.
Gotcha. Oh, Justin's about to blow our
You ready for this?
Pac-Man.
Yeah, you ready?
Oh, no.
League of Legends.
Okay.
You know why? Because League of Legends. No, it's not League of Legends.
Oh.
Get out of here.
I thought you were going to be creative and offer an interesting
No, I
insight.
was gonna be like,
My mistake.
League of Legends, because just like DayZ, you turn against each other at the end of a match.
Only
you
you're
did
really not
bad,
supposed
you
to.
turn against each other.
Well, you turn against each other.
No, it's
We
not
could have
that.
won 10 minutes earlier.
So I thought about it, and I was like, artistic, right? And I looked up a bunch of art, like Let's Plays and stuff like that. Or not Let's Plays, like lists. And some guys had lists of like, Journey, Flower, and Braid. And those are
Yeah.
great games. But they, especially Journey and Flower, delve too much into the artistic visually.
Yeah.
When the game itself should be viewed as artistic, not just the presentation, what's also offered inside of it. So I looked at it and I was like, well, Geometry Wars is pretty basic and simple, but it's colorful and beautiful and vibrant, and the
Sure.
music's bumping, right? No. Metal Gear Solid? No.
Because that could be argued as like all movie cinematic.
Yeah, you could argue that.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dark Souls. Dark Souls is really good. It does everything that... Oh, wait. There's one better. Dare I say. Shadow of the Colossus.
You nailed it.
What game better portrays and exemplifies what an actual game is and presents the very best of what it actually has to offer? A game told with little dialogue. There's a little bit, there's a little bit of text, right? A level of exploration within it, a level of mystery within it, a level of artistic direction, a level of gameplay direction, and an ending that leaves you emotionally attached.
Yeah. I think you nailed it.
Shadow of the Colossus. Where's the mic so I can drop it? But, granted, the only reason why I came up with this is I had more time than you guys to think about this.
And
So-
and what I think it brings to an interesting conversation is, what do video games offer that other mediums don't? Because you could suggest that Metal Gear Solid is art, which it is.
Yeah.
I mean, all these games are art. They're all art. But does it offer it because it's basically a movie that it offers the artistic vision? So, in my opinion, what really separates it is that the fact that video games are played. So you dictate how it goes, essentially. I mean, I know you're on rails for a lot of these games, but it's your decision making through your button presses that's figuring out everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that is supposed to elicit the response, the feeling. And Shadow of the Colossus does it perfectly.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus, is that the one at EVO where they announced like the sequel?
Yeah.
At Evo, no.
Not EVO, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. Not even
E3.
The fighting game He plays the Titans.
Everybody
The
slow
Colossus.
down for a second.
Yeah.
Another one I thought of that actually got brought up a lot, which actually does make sense, was actually Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain makes sense because the way it's told is... Have you guys ever played it? No?
No, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've never played
the
it.
way it's told is there's permadeath, Actions for the first time in a game, the actions that you make actually, or the choices you make affect you further down the line. Are you going to kill a guy? Going to cut off your own finger to save your son? Stuff like that. And it's really captivating. I actually got to play it through, or watch Leo play it. He actually got someone killed. I'll never let him live it down. And he holds that over his head. Like, he's like, I got him killed because he's only played the game once. He's like, I got him killed. And I think that's great. Like, a game to elicit that kind of response, like, later that you regret it, It's just stuff that games wish to be. And then, we end up playing, like, another Call of Duty, and we're like, I knew Price was going to live. It's like, it doesn't matter. I don't know if he lives. Just it's like Modern Warfare 3 or something like that.
And then another game that could be considered art is Mario. You guys ever play Mario? Because fuck you, Justin.
All right, that goes on to the next topic now.
It's just too obvious. That's why. Like, everyone's gonna drop that. I'm like, explain why though. Oh, I had a great time with it. Something deeper.
It's fun.
Yeah.
All right, topic 2. Let's get into some jigglies.
Oh god.
So my question comes down to, I've been playing a game recently that has some pretty interesting jiggle physics. And my question to you two is
or
my question is, what are your favorite games that have jiggle physics that are like really big on it? And also, what is your stance on it if you haven't played them?
I'll start. I love Dead or Alive. Not for the jizzle fix.
Jizzle.
Turns into jizzle physics.
Yeah.
You're playing that volleyball. One-handed volleyball.
My brother's played it before. I believe there's a one-handed mode.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
there's a one-handed mode.
I believe there is.
For Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball.
Pretty bad. So anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Itagaki, shame on you. So, I've been a fan of Dead or Alive for a while, and Soul Calibur is another good example. King of Fighters, my Shirai
Shin Megami Tensei Devil Slayer 5 something 2.
It's in Final Fantasy even. The jiggle physics for me, I don't really need them. They're there, right? But like, they're not really required for me to enjoy a game. Really, they're oh hey, your boobs bounced, his butt jiggles, whatever. I remember my brother pointed this out twice now, because he pointed this out like 3 days ago. The first Diablo, you guys ever beaten it?
I've watched it, but never.
I played a lot of it. I didn't beat it.
Diablo's essentially naked, and he's chasing you around. And his butt's jiggling. He's just dum 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 dum. You're just like, oh my god, isometric butt jiggle. My brother, my dad, and my brother beat it all together. Could not stop laughing. My brother's like lost, and like
That's great.
And then whatever. And then me and my brother we went through Alexander on Final Fantasy, right? We're going through Alexander turns, and there's a guy. He's called like Living Liquid, right? He's a naked dude essentially, but he's water. His butt jiggles. Apparently, I didn't look. He did. Whatever. My point is that they're there. They're supposed to provide a level of realism. I think if you do it to a little bit of an extent, it's not crazy. I don't need Dead or Alive extent. Like, just
Yeah.
that's too much, especially in a fighting game, because then you're just like, what the fuck, man? And then they have the bikinis and stuff like that, and it just takes away from it.
Yeah.
It takes away from it if that's like, oh, we gotta make sure the breast physics are right. Like, come on, focus on the balancing. But in games like Final Fantasy, the only time you'll really see like breast physics is if your healer is like a female, and they like, because they do this to do an attack or to like cast like stone skin or something. That's the only time you'll see it. Other than that, it's kind of, unless you're playing as a female and you're running with them, you're not gonna see it.
Yeah.
Pan the camera around.
Yeah, right. Auto run.
Mine will be brief, I guess. I played a game called Ninja Gaiden,
Oh god.
and there was a character in it named Rachel, and there was a very, very difficult boss, and she was in a cutscene right before that boss, and I lost that boss many, many times.
On purpose?
Oh wait, you're talking about, was it the slime boss?
It was this huge chick. I don't know.
Oh, her sister.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Her sister's dressed is just as provocatively, but she's a demon.
Yeah.
And she's a fucking annoying boss. It's an annoying boss.
No, that was, and I didn't lose on purpose.
Okay.
I was not very
That's
good
where it's going.
I was not very good.
One hand mode, activate.
But it really made that a lot more like less nerve wracking.
Pleasurable.
Yeah, it's like, oh darn, I lost. Oh well. Zip.
Better bust a groove.
Yeah. So, but
Oh,
my opinion on it would be, more power to you. You're gonna get flack in today's day
Yeah.
if you do that. We don't live in the same world where that was kind of more acceptable, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately not because I want to see it all the time, but because it's somebody's expression. It was their style and it's what they like to show. And more power to you. If that's what you want to be, then be it. But we live in a world where people, freak out if a girl's boobs aren't.
Well,
like
in all
B
honesty,
or less.
they still could. They still could do it.
Could. You just get negative flack for it.
Yeah, you're just gonna get
And
shit
you get
on
people
for it.
that are going to boycott your game, and they probably
Yeah.
wouldn't have bought the game anyway because they're idiots. But like,
Yeah.
it's a shame that freedom of expression has to be limited like that. But it's the world we live in. So
Yeah. For me, I actually have never noticed jiggle physics. I will say that I've never looked at them and went, "Oh, jiggle physics," in anything. Like even Devil May Cry, or not Devil May Cry.
Yeah, they're not.
Dead or alive.
Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
I never noticed it until someone went, "Oh, their boobs are bouncing," and I went, "Oh, they are." Like I just I've never caught on to that. But I just picked up this game called Skyforge, started playing it, and within 17 minutes, I realized this game had huge jiggle physics to the point where it distracted me for like 20 minutes in the character creation screen because I'm like, okay, I gotta see if I can make these slap her back. Like, I'm just gonna make them as big as possible, her as small as possible, and, be like, "Ugh," and just see if they hit her back. 20 minutes of me trying this.
Credits to the developers if it did.
Right? It was
She got a scratch.
damage. She knocked herself out. She stunned herself.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out how to do this. And so as soon as I realized about it, I started laughing my ass off. And I've been telling everyone this story of me spending 20 minutes trying to make the boobs touch the back.
Okay.
Because it's freaking hilarious.
Shame, sir.
Then I started thinking back to myself as we were talking about what we were going to do for the show. I started thinking back to when I didn't initially notice jiggle physics,
Yeah.
but they were there.
Toe Jam and Earl.
What?
Earl, I think, the big yellow dude, as he walks, his belly would shift.
Oh, that's an interesting perspective.
So I started noticing that like they were trying to do jiggle physics and that they were representing that his body is shifting as he's moving around. And then going further from that, I can't remember the other game I had now. But yeah, like it goes back all the way to then that like they've been trying to make like physics in a game without like actual visuals.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter?
Rufus. Street Fighter 4, Rufus has a huge gut.
Oh, that guy.
It's too excessive.
Yeah.
Like, you think, like, he's a slinky. The way his stomach moves the whole time. You're just
Yeah.
like, that is not an accurate portrayal.
I'm gonna say that the boobs in Skyforge. This will be in the review. It's basically like they filled up grocery bags full of water, and then they shook them, and that's what they consider like what boobs should move like.
But isn't that what boobs are like?
No, they're like sandbags.
Oh. according to Steve Carell, maybe. But I thought they were like bags of water.
I would say closer to a water bed, but not like a grocery bag full of water.
I actually had a water bed in my youth.
Me too. I cut a hole in it. I'm dead serious.
I would say
I'll tell you after.
I would say that performing certain feats on that water bed was near impossible.
Wait,
unless
you had it
you're
as an
very
adult?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
I was
transformation.
a kid.
Yeah.
Certain acts on that were nearly impossible, depending your skills. But as an untalented youth, that made for
That's
quite the challenge.
Yeah, we can talk about that off air. I have some comments too.
But no, that's a good point. I'm trying to think of another instance where I saw jiggle physics. I mean, and Team Ninja was huge on that. That's kind of their calling card.
Yeah, that was Itagaki's direction. Like Ninja Gaiden 2 remix, not the actual like NES or SNES. 6-axis on the PS3 could move breasts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was like, that's a little excessive.
Yeah.
In my opinion, just because it's like, you could have done something else with that. When it interferes with kind of the direction or...
Could have moved his balls.
That's what I want to see. Testicles.
It just felt like it took time to program that. And in my personal experience, I thought Ninja Gaiden 2 wasn't as good. So I was pissed that they had that feature in there.
Oh, yeah. The original Ninja Gaiden was probably one of the best games of the generation.
I played Ninja Gaiden Black, though. I still have it on Xbox, and that was like apparently at the time the definitive version of Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
And then they had Sigma, which was cool. And then was it Sigma that did? No, it was Sigma 2 because you could play as the girls. And when they did in Sigma 2, I'm like, the game just didn't feel as fleshed out. So I was pissed off because I was like, you could have spent more time making sure that it was a better experience. Instead, you want to put in pervert physics and shit. Like, I usually don't have a problem with it. It's just like there's a clear. You put time into this, into the breast physics more than
if you're making a game like Leisure Suit Larry, go ahead, go ham on those jiggle physics.
Yeah, yeah.
It's part of it, yeah. But if you're having a bunch of like ninjas who are scantily clad, I just want to be able to move their breasts.
Yeah.
That's like, really? You could have done something better with that. But,
Yeah.
I mean, if you... He was a pervert.
Yeah. He had terrible acne, too, didn't he?
God, dude.
Wasn't that his big deal?
He looked like a freaking Hershey Crunch bar.
Yeah.
What else looked like a Hershey Crunch bar?
What?
Spencer's question.
Oh.
All right. You got
Segways.
You got the timer going?
Yep.
Segways.
All right. So my question's super easy. Last game you played, suddenly you're in that world. What's that world like?
Okay, I don't want to use Final Fantasy because that one's just like, everything's too hunky-dory.
Okay.
All right? I'm in Bloodborne. And life fucking sucks. Because let me tell you why, guys.
That was your second to last game?
Yeah, from a narrative perspective, guys, let's think about this for a second. There's a disease. There are monsters. Everyone's confused. Everyone thinks the monsters are these hunters that are out there to just, save our fucking lives and shit. So everyone's up in arms, pitchforks. There's just word of mouth, conflicting word of mouth. Oh, this the demon of it. Oh, it's a hunter. The thing you're left to do for one night is to stay in your house and hope amygdalas don't fucking come bashing through that place and go, I'm gonna fucking take you up in the Neverrealm. And you know what else fucking sucks? Every woman in that fucking place is giving birth to a freak of nature. Every woman. Because it's disgusting like that. Every woman is giving birth to an abomination out of their vagina, popping out like a little turd.
This sounds like a condom commercial.
So wear a condom.
Good thing I've got my Trojan.
Wear a sheep's wool.
Yeah.
And to make
What is that
to
called?
make
I think it's sheep's wool.
Sheep's wool.
oh god,
Whatever you wear condoms back then.
there's a lot of freaky condoms. Like I
I bet you they had them all in Bloodborne.
they did. And you know what else fucking sucks about the Bloodborne world? All the fucking monsters are just prowling, especially the bosses. Cleric Beast is just out in the distance. You're like, shit. And
Can't go to Circle K today.
and
Clerics out there.
and you're in a house with a bunch of other people that, hey, might turn into fucking beasts. Who knows? They've been coughing all day.
Be like the Thing.
Yeah, but worse. You know you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Because it's just 2 rooms. You ain't hiding.
The developers didn't flesh out my house enough.
Yeah, so life sucks. Life is terrible. Kill me. Or,
Man.
you know what? It gets fucking worse. Real quick. You become a hunter. You wake up in the hunter's dream. You can't die, but you're forced into a cycle of fighting these fucking guys until you progress. I don't know about you. Even if I felt like a badass, if I kept dying, if I had to deal with the fact of getting killed and reviving, I'd go mad.
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
I'd probably go mad after the first one.
Yeah. Fuck that. I don't care how badass you look, how cool you think you feel, how strong you get. No, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
For me, that game actually would be Skyforge as the last one that I played, and I think it might work in my favor because I don't know how everything is going to play out at this point because it's still so new. I can only imagine like how it'd be to pop up into this world because basically what's happening is there's 2 different things. It's you're a villager.
Justin, quit being a pervert.
Just say it, the breast physics would be through the roof. You're like, ma'am, can I get your attention? Yes!
What?
Would you like to group up, please?
So
My dungeon.
basically, in this world, I'll either be a villager, that has no power and just running for my life, or I'm in the army. I'm in the military. And if villager, obviously, all I know is that my saviors are out there somewhere, and I'm sending prayers to them. Yeah, so if I'm a villager, I'm sending my prayers out to the army people for somebody to save me, because I can't do it on my own, and there's just no way for me to fight these things. If you're not a villager, then you have the immortals themselves, or you have the military. I'm sorry, you have the military. None of them know that they're immortal. None of them know if they are or not. You don't know until you die. And no one wants to be like, hey, let's test this. Are you immortal? Blah. Are you immortal? Blah.
It's like the normal adage.
Yeah,
You don't know until you die.
Yeah.
So wait, so you could come back to life if you are immortal and not know that you're immortal? Or by then you would know?
By the time you revived, you would know.
So you have your memory back.
Yeah, you know everything that
called
happened to you.
Respawning.
Yeah, it's respawning. They basically put lore behind respawning.
Kind of like Dark Souls.
Oh,
But that sounds more complex. But
so like if I'm playing as a villager, I'm just basically like, oh, please come save us, because we can't do shit. We can't fight. Anyone who's able to fight is in the military. If you're in the military, you're like, shit. All right, I'm going to do my best to protect my world and save my friend's family. I'm going to serve God and country and all that stuff. And then one day I might die, and there's a chance I might come back alive, and there's other chance I'm just dead. Oh, my corpse will be dragged away, and then the enemies are going to be doing something with my corpse.
Yeah.
dude, how cool would that be if my corpse, like when I die, if that was one of the options, like you could be in an urn, or you could be like a tree is what I'm hearing lately, or you could just be buried, or you could have a minion from the netherworld grab your body and turn you into a corpse-like being that roams the countryside and eats children. Like, I would probably pick number 5 or number 4, whatever one's on that
If
one.
he died, we'd do the show with like
Yeah.
Demon Spencer.
Yeah. It's like, I'm
Spencer.
that would be freaking cool.
Yeah.
subscribe.
He'd sit there and possess us.
Yeah.
like you wouldn't see him, but just like all of a sudden, just,
Yeah.
make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like being in Skyforge, if I'm a villager, fearing for my life, if I'm a military guy, I want to serve, and I have the mentality of if I die, there may be another chance for me to come back and do something, and if I end up being one of those immortals, I basically now realize, holy shit, I can become a god. Like, you're potentially, you have if enough people are praising you and the villagers that you rescue and stuff, it's like building reputation. If they praise you enough, your guy gains abilities. So
Like the real Jesus.
Yeah. The real Jesus.
yeah, so I've gained
Isn't that
powers.
a VH1?
The minions and stuff in this, it seems like it's because it's like sci-fi, so people like aliens are coming from space, but then also underground, and like you just really don't know. Like the things that you're fighting in the very beginning are like these giant rat things called the Verd, because the Verd is the word.
Oh, gotcha.
God.
It's also an MMORPG where you fight rats. Just throwing that out there.
That's also the word.
It's a Verd.
Yeah.
The Verd. It's wonderful.
Wonderful.
But yeah, that's pretty much. I'd probably, if I was a villager, be pissing my pants all day, every day. If I was a military guy, I'd be like, well, fuck it.
That's my pants every day.
So I guess mine would be, the last game I played was Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker.
Wow.
Devil Saga.
Devil
Boy.
Saga. I love that game. Anyway, so
I don't even know if you got that right, but it sounded
the
impressive.
world that you're in is basically destroyed. There's only little bits of Japan that still stand.
Typical.
Typical, obviously.
Japan was the only country left.
Yeah. It's the story of how they won World War II.
I guess you could say the story really blew up. Huh? We're so sorry.
So I would be a random guy in the street, and it'd be very confusing because in this game, yes, the world is pretty much over, but also in this game, everybody seems to be obsessed with shopping. It's really bizarre. Everyone's like,
where are you buying stuff from?
I don't know, but in the game, the city's kind of still going in a weird way, but it's not. It's really strange. Like they'd be like, oh, I just lost my dad and my mom. They were both on their way to Tokyo and they got wiped out. I could really go buy some chocolate right now. Like, I'm gonna go to the store.
Are those the new J's?
And somebody's still in there, like, oh, they're closed. God damn it! Like,
God, better level up my interactions.
gotta wait till tomorrow. Yeah, it's really bizarre. So it'd be a really confusing world where, and I get on my phone, I get an app that lets me summon demons out of it. And it'd be like just weird creatures that just come out of there, and I'd start fighting, and apparently just punching everything.
Probably be frightened.
Despite my lack of muscles. It's really bizarre.
Did you see last episode?
Huh?
The last podcast?
It's not up yet.
Oh, that's right. It's coming out this Friday.
Yeah. Time lapse. Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
we had an arm wrestling match.
yeah.
Okay.
No idea why.
No idea why. But so it'd be very.
This is what happens
It'd be
when
very
I'm not
strange.
here.
Yeah.
But the
touch
assumption
each
would
other.
be that I would just end up dying. The plot ends up where the world kind of gets swallowed up. I mean, there's more to it where it gets saved and everything. But
Spoiler alert!
But as a person that isn't, in the group that's doing it, I'd be like, oh, the world's gonna slowly be eaten, and these terrible demons from the sky will kill us all.
You'd be
Fuck
like,
it. I need a mocha.
Yeah.
Time to rape and pillage.
Guess I'll go to Starbucks.
Right, decaf. I want to sleep tonight
Yeah.
before the demons come.
I got 7 days until the Septendrions eat me alive.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So it'd be a very confusing time for me.
And then you'd see them out and about fighting, and you're like, they don't have weapons, and maybe I don't need one.
Yeah.
Out there, you get
Yeah.
cut the fuck up.
You walk by a gun store. Nah.
Also, in that game, and this is a very anime, it's one of the reasons I absolutely hate anime. Whenever I would kill the enemy, they wouldn't really die. They'd be like, oh, you beat me. I guess I'll change my ways. And then they just turn around. So I guess I never had the risk of dying until the world actually gets swallowed up.
You're not watching the right anime, sir.
Yeah, that's very true.
He'll direct you. But anyway, regardless.
Yeah. So that's the world I would be in.
And that's the podcast.
Yep. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You can check out more of our content on theitchnetwork.com and also twitch.tv/thisistheitch. We do new videos every week.